Recording started.
Hello and welcome everybody to whatever the fuck this is.
Say the actual title, dweeb.
Well, I guess it's kind of a 12 frames per second, but it's also Critter Hunt 2 Electric Boogaloo. I am Authenticity. I will be playing the Tamer, your host for the time zone. Do we want to go down the list and introduce ourselves?
Oh, sure. Hi, my name's Briggs, and today I'm revisiting Acorn, a fun, funky little paladin of the mail.
Hi, I'm Marzi, and I'll be playing Tonio Floor, my absolutely exhausted cleric boy.
Hi, my name is Magic. I'm going to be playing a spider.
Hello, I am TallestNull, and I'll be playing Locke, a fairy who doesn't like. I don't get why you're so scared of the swamp. It's not that bad.
Jesus.
Do we have an order in which who is going to be dropping in on poor Tamer? Because I know I want Tony to be last.
Literally,
Last.
I believe it was originally Locke just walking out of the swamp. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, for the audience, I will say that this is impromptu of the highest order. This was going to be just a Tamer and Locke FPS, and then things spiraled. We're not quite sure how. Anyways.
You think we have any idea what we're doing?
Absolutely none. I have work today. I wasn't supposed to hop into a game, but don't worry about it.
What? Okay, I guess we have to keep
No,
this
it's fine.
to
It's
FPS
fine.
length.
I have 4 hours till I have to leave.
I squint at you.
It's fine.
Mm,
I even already ate breakfast.
Good job.
good for you.
So we begin our adventure today. On the roof of the barn, the domicile of the Tamer. And it's a nice, peaceful day. The usual animal noises that always seems to surround the barn are present. So you kind of get the impression that it's a very peaceful, like, not much to worry about today. And they're taking the opportunity to actually work on a project on the roof of the barn, uh, where they are in the process of constructing some tiny sized turrets, like for guns. And they are, I mean, they're pretty preoccupied. I think there's like the rotating mechanism isn't quite like rotating as they want it to. They'd love to be able to just aim at whatever they want, but it's like the way it's set up. They've only got like the Millennium Falcon seats from Star Wars. Uh,
Mm.
so
Imagine knowing
I'm
what
gonna
that
make,
means.
oh no,
No, you're
but
good.
it's just jerky and clunky and awful. Let's just say that.
Nice.
Um, so I'm going to have them make a perception check with disadvantage. Once I remember where their perception is. Okay.
I mean,
Okay, that's a 14.
14's
It's a
decent.
14. That's
that's
not bad
pretty
at all.
good, yeah.
Locke, how stealthy are you being as you make your way?
Uh, not at all. He's just he's for all intents and purposes just in his own head, minding his own business. Like, okay, I was put out here, uh, and said to look around. It's nothing but swamp and trees in the town, and I'm pretty sure it's not in the town. He's just like monologuing to himself and his shadow, which is right next to him, just like pantomiming because it can't speak. So he's just like he's carrying on a conversation with himself, effectively.
All right.
Damn, sometimes it do be like that.
Yeah, he just has the excuse that his shadow is it can be a separate entity.
Such a cool mechanic.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Echo Knights. Echo
Yes.
Knights.
So, Locke, do you want to make your own perception check?
Sure. What is... Oh, I do have a plus in that. That doesn't feel right.
How come you have a positive modern perception? You're supposed to be stupid.
Dirty
God.
20!
Oh, right. So, you recognize this neck of the woods. This is very near the farm that you visited a while back in order to do a job. And so when a familiar voice rings out, it doesn't really take you by surprise. Although the vehemence with which it is swearing might. And you hear a little voice from far off go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Like,
Oh, Tamer.
squints, looks up. Oh, hey! It's the farm
You
lady.
see, there are they them, but
Yeah.
they
I
Tamer
don't know an
is
honorific for they,
basically-
them.
Myth.
They're in all pronouns, but mostly a they them. But Tamer is like hanging half off of the barn roof with a wrench in like a bunch of wrenches in one arm and like clinging to the side of the turret with the other, and they're looking at you like you're the one doing something dumb.
It's like, was that like a good foot and a half drop? Yeah, I don't know. Well, teach their own. We'll start walking that way.
This is actually a real kind-sized barn.
Ah, oh,
They are-
much
That's way
bigger.
more dangerous.
Oh,
They are 20 feet in the air.
okay.
Yeah.
That's much dangerous. So he'll start making his way that way. It's like, what are you doing up there?
What am I doing? What are you doing?
I don't know, walking.
In the bog?
Yeah, I had to get away from the detective and his sidekick.
Hello?
What? Hold on.
Yeah, they don't.
You are like screaming at each other across the field.
It has to be pretty loud since they're tinies and it's across this field.
Magic Breaks, would your characters like to roll a perception?
I'll play a perception. Hold on.
Magic, I believe Mazy has advantage because this is her turf.
Oh,
Three.
darling.
Acorn.
Acorn flies into the side of the barn.
Acorn is flying overhead currently. I don't know if you see him. But he's got like a real kind map pulled out, and he's trying to navigate where he's going with
darling. Bartolomeo has to be his eyes.
it. Yep.
Bird, take
That
the
means
wheel.
Bartholomew,
I
you wanna
am
do a
the
perception
wheel.
check? Mazy, I will say, wherever you are vaguely aware there's someone on your territory that is not normally there. Interesting.
Suspicious.
Yo, sus.
Very tempted to go out and meet the threat. Maybe capture it, you know, casually.
It's a casual capturing.
Mazy, my beloved.
God, I love Mazy.
You can I think that like we have a split screen of like Mazy like reacting to this, and then also Acorn. Like, maybe you need to turn the map around. Maybe like, are you holding it upside down? Is it? Does it go the other way?
Magic!
Oh no!
That was a stealth.
That's
I would like to ambush whoever it is.
Who the fuck is Mazy?
Who the fuck is Mazy?
Who's
Mazy
the
would like
fuck?
to ambush. Would like to ambush whatever the fuck is happening.
Oh God, Locke.
Have Acorn roll survival just to see if he can actually read this damn map.
Oh, darling. Oh,
Seven.
sweetheart.
Huh.
Please,
Would be
please make a perception for Bartolomeo because, oh, darling.
Okay, hang on.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Oh, it's the same. The same chords. 2! Another one! A bit of the map has gone and obscured Bartolomeo's.
They really do
And
fly into the
flying
side of the
becomes
barn.
very erratic.
Locke is
He
just like
breaks-
going from arguing
Yeah?
with Tamer to watching a map do loop-de-loops in the air.
He breaks.
Yes.
I'm not quite as familiar with your character as you are, of course. What would you roll to avoid crashing?
Oh, geez. I think that would be on Bartolomeo's part. I guess a dex
Really?
saving throw.
Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Meanwhile, there is someone in this scene that I am quite sure you cannot see. Mazy, do you want to roll a dex save as well?
An 18.
Ooh.
I think.
A dex save. What's my dex save for this spider? Okay.
Okay. Mazy, you are not squashed by a bird that makes a very neat emergency landing in the field, basically on top of you.
God.
Here we are. Wait. Here we are. Excellent. Bartolomeo, I knew I could count on you. Wait. Like looks over the side of Bartolomeo down at the multi-limbed friend down below.
I rolled a nat 20 on stealth. You don't see shit.
I'm like right on top of you. How does that
That's
work?
just a weird rock, man.
It's just a weird rock.
Weird rock.
It's one of those sand spiders just like throwing sand over top of its head. You don't see
He
me.
just like shuffled down into the dirt.
But you
Okay.
can hear familiar shouting, and you can see what appears to be a tiny figure dangling off the side of the real kind roof.
Oh, what's this? Bartolomeo, away! We must catch them before they fall. And the map is abandoned as Bartolomeo and Acorn fly up to Tamer.
God.
Meanwhile, Tamer, who has still been yelling this entire time, like looks up and sees Bartolomeo, just like, "Oh, hello."
Oh, wait! You! Friend! Oh,
you!
excellent!
They
Are you in need of
wave-
assistance?
They actually they like grip the roof so they can take a hand off and wave without dropping their wrenches. And they go, "Oh no, this is perfectly fine. Just a little bit of maintenance. Fine." And they like look down at Locke and they're like, "We seem to have a lot of company, perhaps with some stories. Would you like to come in?"
I love stories.
Again, yelling across the field.
Yep.
I love stories.
I think Acorn finally notices Locke in that case, too. Oh! Friend Locke! You're here, too.
Meanwhile,
Hello.
Marzi,
Hi.
what brings Tonio here, and how did he approach?
He was actually using the tunnels like a civilized tiny.
Nah.
And
Eh.
is there anything like down at the entrance of the tunnels to like signal that someone is there? Like
Yeah,
a
I
like a
think there's little
doorbell?
bell. Yeah, actually, yeah. There's like there's like a Rube Goldberg machine that like you pull something and then like some gears click and then like something falls over and hits another thing and it like sends like a rubber ball flying and it hits a cowbell.
You all hear this cacophony down below.
I love that you just have like a Rube Goldberg kind of thing set up for just letting people know you're here.
You haven't seen the inside of the barn. Like it's all like that, man.
Oh boy.
But Tamer actually like perks up when they hear that, like, oh, I guess we have more company. Excuse me, and then they jump off the roof.
Oh god, yeah, you have the fucking long fall boots. God. Fuck, you scared the shit out of me.
I
Just
had
I'm
forgotten
just picturing
completely
it
about
hanging
that.
upside down like Spider-Man and just like detaching.
This
Yeah,
is
like-
why Tony
Beat this DC.
Are you trying to ambush Locke?
Yeah, that was Mazy trying to pick Locke up. Just casually with their mandibles. Don't worry about it.
Am I getting massaged? Oh, it's
No.
the giants. It's the big spider.
The big spider
Hello.
has tried to pick you up and completely failed.
Oh.
Apparently, you were too thin in order to be able to fit through, held in the mandibles properly.
At you
Tamer
between
pokes-
the eyes. And then gets on your back like a steed.
Mazy hisses at you. Not friendly, but just doesn't immediately throw you off, so that could probably be seen as a good sign.
Tamer like pokes their head around the side of the barn, just like, oh, lovely Mazy. It's so good to see you being friendly. Why don't you two come in as well?
Locke, you can get vibes from this spider that, if given the chance, she will throw you off at the first instance.
Feisty.
It's like that one
Locke
meme.
is being
at
on the fact that I'm a guest and you were supposed to be polite to a guest.
Mazy hisses at you again.
Mazy voice, given the first legal opportunity, I will kill you.
Said, not saying a word. just smug aura.
Alright.
Bastard.
Mazy will take you to the fucking barn. She guesses. As soon as they get there, you need to roll a dex save in order to not, fall flat on the ground, though.
That's fair.
Anyway.
Acorn and Bartolomeo just kind of following you behind.
And when you get down to the entrance of the tunnels, we see darling Tonio just kind of waiting, looking over some tiny paperwork, which is normal size because they're tinies. But yeah, he hears people approaching and he doesn't look up. He assumes it's just Tamer, and he's like, "Hey, Tamer, I'm sorry it took a while. I'm here for the follow-up on council duty." And he looks up. Oh no. Oh no.
Hello, it's so good to see you.
Oh no.
Hail and well met, friend Tonio!
Hi. I did not expect to see everyone here today.
I didn't expect to be around here today, but
Yes.
that's how we
Oh.
find ourselves.
Hey, Locke, can you roll me that dex save?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, Locke.
2.
Roll low. This is gonna be fucking funny. Damn!
18. You get flung from a very considerable height, but you manage to fancifully land on your feet.
I'm used to being in the air. Just he can't right now. So yeah, being able to twist his body in the air is perfectly normal.
Mazy is displeased at this outcome. Anyway.
But,
Tamer will give Mazy like a dried fly as a reward for being nicer. Just like we're reinforcing good habits. You know, it's a learning experience.
Yes,
Yeah.
true.
Mazy was very kind and a very good host to such an impromptu guest.
Mazy will murder you.
Yeah, Mazy voice,
I
given the
will
first
say
legal
Mazy-
opportunity, I'll kill you.
Mazy, Tamer looks so proud of you. But they, I think that They go down. Like there's basically a little like rest area down there for travelers by. Um, and like there's there's like a tiny little like cold cellar, and they bring out some like some like sweet tea, and like it looks like little teeny little crackers, and
Aw.
they like arrange them on a platter and they put them out, and they go back and they get some birdseed for Bartholomew, uh and a few. They sort of hide what they're giving to Mazy because it's not it's like dried bugs and stuff. It's not the most palatable.
Tasty.
Tasty.
Mm. And yeah, they just sort of they arrange it on the one of the little like coffee tables that's down there, and yeah,
Lovely.
they go. So well, it is very unusual that we have so many guests at one time, or ever, that aren't just going somewhere else. uh Locke, what the fuck were you doing in uh one of the foremost death traps of our time?
I mean, I've seen death traps. It wasn't that bad in there.
I
Press X
Okay.
to doubt.
Yeah, Tamer's giving you a very strange look. They look a little bit stressed.
Yeah. Well, I was going on a walk. Turns out the detective does not like his new shirt. So I needed to get away for a bit. Found my way into the swamp. Much marsh. Very, very much kind of vacant for a bit, and just wandered out around here.
Okay. Yes, that makes sense. It is wholly inhospitable.
God.
Uh Jesus. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're here and safe. And not forcibly thrust into a different time or suddenly extremely old. Uh would you like some crackers?
I will say that Bartolomeo has absolutely gone to town on those dried bugs.
Stolen.
All right, like it's there is some birdseed out for Bartolomeo, but okay.
Bartolomeo Mazy fight.
Hmm.
Fuck. I'm assuming a 9 doesn't hit your armor class. Wait a minute. This is a sneak attack. Don't I technically get advantage on this? Is that a thing?
Wait. Okay,
I
was the 28 for stealth?
Yes. It
Okay.
was.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that Bartolomeo could see, could beat that. So this would be advantage.
Cool.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, they're
Oh,
fighting.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Mazy
boy.
isn't trying to deal real damage, just trying to fucking knock you away from their snacks. That's her snacks. You can't have them.
So, sorry about that. I DC'd for a second there.
Oh,
I live in
no.
the woods.
You're good.
My internet is powered by 4 squirrels on a treadmill. They demand union breaks. So
I'd hope so.
so the last thing I saw was the 28 roll, and then everyone immediately like, hmm? So what did I miss?
Well,
The mounts are fighting.
mounts are fighting.
Okay.
Tamer would like to just sort of get in between that and just be like, no, absolutely no. Mazy, you know better than that. Hospitality is very important, especially here. No.
Mazy takes the snacks for herself.
They go and get more bugs for Bartolomeo.
Aw.
Oh, also, there was a mention from Tamer to Locke that Thankfully, nothing happened to Locke. You know, like aging 50 years or something. Anyway,
Yeah,
Huh.
aging 50 years, being forcibly time traveled, you know.
I mean, that's just normal.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Normal
not the
box
weirdest
stuff.
thing I had to deal with working with normal Fae.
Okay. Uh, they have offered you some crackers, just like, okay.
Just pick one up.
Mm. Freely given, of course. And then they go grab some more bugs, leaving everyone else to talk for a while.
Mhm.
Mm.
Bartolomeo's all puffed up with indignantly.
Oh.
He's just loving this, watching this. Wishes there was popcorn.
We have crackers.
Yep.
Mazy eats a bug in your face just to spite you.
You gonna share that?
No. You get that vibe from the spider. She doesn't actually say anything, but the
Yeah.
answer is no.
Mm.
Would a 14 beat Mazy's AC?
No,
No.
it wouldn't.
Bartolomeo attempts to peck the peck the bug away from you. Doesn't make it.
Mazy hisses. God, this is just turning into a spat fest. I'm sorry.
Tony sits. I imagine they were offered seats, and Tony had slumped down into one because God, he's tired. He sits up and is like, "Children, please."
Macy pats you on the beak.
For damage?
Do you want me to roll damage for
Please
this?
don't actually hurt each other.
Oh, no.
Well, because I can tell you, well, actually, let me double check the Find Steed spell.
So it's a Pidgey versus a spin rack.
God, I feel like I
Excuse you,
should
I'd
roll
argue at
perception.
least the involved version of a spinnerack.
Oh, nope, yep, it would still be, yeah. Okay, yeah, so, what's Mazy's, damage if, or is it just, was it non-damaging
Just
bap?
a little bap.
Unfortunately, she's not allowed to bully people to the point of death. So, non-damaging.
Okay. So, yeah, just, like, pushing Bartolomeo's beak aside. I think at that point, like, Acorn's like, oh, alright, that's enough. Just kind of like, pulls Bartolomeo off to, like, one side and just kind of, like, pats the feathers, pats the beak. Alright. Behave yourself, Bartolomeo, we are guests.
Macy looks very smug of herself.
Mazy, behind you hear a little throat clear.
Need to roll something to see if impulse control is going to happen.
God.
Oh.
Because Locke is around. His shadow might have wandered off. What is the good impulse
Alright.
control? Let's go with a
D2?
whiz.
You could also
Yeah,
do a
D2
D2,
would be-
one for doing it, two for not
Yeah,
doing it.
that's usually
Alright.
either the D2 or make a whiz save is what I usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with the D2. One is politeness.
Ooh,
Okay.
Oh boy.
time to
I need to
cause
make a-
trouble.
Now I need to make a stealth.
Oh no. Tonio, meanwhile, is sitting here. He woke up this morning and was just, please let this be a normal day of council work.
Nope.
So I don't know who's been paying attention. I think most attention has been to the Pokemon battle in front of us. Locke's shadow is neither like on the floor or standing up behind him. It's just kind of wandered off.
He outie.
He hasn't paid attention to it.
God.
Figure out where he is later.
That'll be a secret. That'll be a
Tamer
special tool that'll
walks
help us later.
around. Oh, sorry, Briggs, you go.
No, it's just like this will be a special tool that'll help us later. Um,
Oh no.
but yeah, you go ahead.
Tamer will walk around to the front of Mazy and give her a look. They're not mad; they're just very disappointed.
Damn.
And they have a bundle of bugs, and they have a teapot, and they
Bug tea.
there's actually a
Delicious.
little cabinet in the coffee table that they take teacups out, and they put one out for Antonio, in one for Locke, one for Acorn, and then they stop and consider, and then they put three more out for Mazy, Bartolomeo, and the Shadow. Um, and at that point, they're out of teacups, so they
Oh.
just start pouring, and they Bartolomeo, you get your own little bundle of bugs, and Mazy gets a few more because it she should have her own. She doesn't have to share everything.
Oh, yeah. Upon being given bugs, Bartolomeo chirps happily and nuzzles Tamer a little bit, and then eats.
He gets good. It's good pets.
Aw.
Good bird.
The spider glares at you.
There may or may not be a very smug look shot at Mazy.
Mm.
Damn, these two just hate each other, don't they?
Actually, anyone who would be paying attention to the light, make a perception check.
Let's see. Oh my god.
Acorn is I'm not actually okay. Acorn is, I guess, really absorbed in his cup of tea.
It's good tea, man.
It is. Oh, this is delicious.
Oh, why, thank you. And Tamer looks up and they go, sweetie, no, not right now. And you all look, and a huge shadow has fallen across the crack in the ceiling. Like, that is definitely real kind size.
Oh.
And you, anyone who got above, I'll say a 10,
Only
realizes that is the huge shadow of a cow, a real kind cow who seems to be looking down through the crack at you.
Okay, I will say Tony had a small panic before he realized it was just a cow. Like, jolts up in his seat and then relaxes ever so slightly once he realizes this is a cow.
And Tamer just goes, "Oh, don't worry, that's just OU, sweetie. She's really harmless, at least to tinies. Mazy, you don't have to roll. You know this fucker."
That's the bitch.
Mazy internally, bitch.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm sorry, this spider is hostile.
God.
She's edgy.
Feisty.
Yeah, so you all have a cow looking at you from the ceiling.
Cool.
Tamer seems wholly unconcerned, but they are definitely looking at you.
Well, Acorn, I think, is too absorbed in his cup of tea to have really noticed.
Yeah, Tony's the only one who notices.
Yeah, Talos, I'll say that Locke has seen the shadow, but he has no idea what the fuck that is.
Huh. I mean, he's looking at the shadow, trying to parse out what it is. Like, is that a devil or like some kind of horned, maybe a minotaur? I've seen minotaurs. We've trapped a lot of minotaurs in mazes before. That was a fun day.
Oh no, that's just OU, sweetie. She's like I said, she just keeps an eye on the place for me.
And he'll finally look up and see that. Oh, that's what that is. He was trying to parse it out from the shadow.
Oh, dearest.
And there is the distinctive and indescribable sound of a cow laying down on the ceiling above you.
Oh.
Like when it's like 50 times your size. And she just seems to be like just keeping an eye down through the crack.
Anyone who would be paying attention to Tony, please make an insight.
Okay.
Let's do insight. Okay.
Oh my god!
Dice are not having it with me today.
Acorn is rolling so low! Everyone's rolling so low!
That's
That
a
one.
1 from Tamer.
Oh, Locke finally's got it.
Fade-to-fade communication. Locke is the only one who sees that Tony is kind of a little bit stressed about what's happening, but don't worry about it. He's very pointedly not touching that cup of tea. Just looking down at the paperwork he has. He's just a little high-strung and very, very tired.
Met a rabbit who's very similar to you. I think he died of stress one day.
Yeah, I have a younger brother who's very similar to you. I kick his butt every morning. Shut up. I'm sorry, that was rude.
Anecdotes. That's fine.
Tamer's just sipping their tea. They feel like they're not doing a great job of managing this.
Oh no, this is this is wonderful. It's been a while since I've been to a gathering like this without someone that tall. Points over to OU Sweetie.
Well, she does a marvelous job of taking, keeping the larger folk away.
Mm.
And you actually see OU Sweetie, like her head pricks up, and she laboriously gets to her feet, which is also a very interesting noise. And she seems to be heading outside for some reason.
Sorry, I just saw Jade in chat.
Oh, y'all!
5% FPS, baby. Anyway, Tony relaxes ever so slightly as Sweetie goes. It is just, anyway, I'm here, and looks over his paperwork. It's a little late because we have a lot to do with the council. As a follow-up for the job, I just needed to make sure that the tunnels are okay. It looked pretty alright when I went through, and no other problems.
Oh, yes, of course. And you can roll an insight on Tamer.
Ooh. Insight for insight. Let's go. What's my insight? There we go. Only the Fae
Oh,
are
I
allowed to have
see.
good insight rolls.
You get a lot of use out of it.
Well, they look down at the paperwork, and then they look kind of like sheepish, or like, what's this emotion? Like they have neglected to share some information that is relevant to the events of Critter Hunt, and they're just realizing it now, and you've already put it together, the paperwork, and oh boy, okay. Well, maybe it's not relevant, but maybe it is, and they're sort of like gauging that in their mind, just like, oh boy.
Tony is already squinting at Tamer.
Well, about that,
Oh no.
it's nothing. It's really nothing. It's nothing bad. Really. Did you happen to see the well at the edge of the property on your way through?
No, I didn't.
Right. Well, you know how these things go. You know, one thing leads to the other. You will of course remember the aforementioned critter that we tracked down?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And they're just sort of sitting there just like sweating.
Tony. Now it's Tony's turn to have the I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
they immediately will. They're just it couldn't be moved with any it. The mm, and like they they start to see something, but then they stop and they look guilty, and then they say something else, and then they stop and they look even guiltier.
Tony heaves a big sigh.
Gonna make it that insight check now.
You go ahead.
Absolutely.
Only the Fae are allowed good insight rolls.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm
This is on Tamer.
yeah.
Do you have a precise thing you want to know?
So what it my brain is going is like, oh, Tamer's the kind of person who can't let a stray animal go.
Well, they can. They just didn't this time.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I
Yeah.
mean, a creature like that would be handy, considering it does make tunnels.
Tony
They nod, and
Tony brings a hand up to his face. You didn't.
it was. Well, I mean, and like they, like they, with that insight earlier, Tonio, you can like. It was sort of like they were taking care of it, and like it like the surrounding environment just wasn't working out, but they knew that like with their work as a mechanic they could keep it in supply of metal, and like just like they it was a foster fail event, like basically.
Ferromancy
Like
is
they're a mechanic who
very
sometimes
useful
needs to
tool.
get rid of metal. This is a thing that eats metal.
Yeah, ferromancy is a very useful tool to have.
Tony just sighs and looks at his his small sack of paperwork and is like, oh, I'm gonna have to write this all again.
I can help with that. Well, I can't because well, I can help with some of it. I'm not an official, but I can write a lot of things down. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I should have tried to get here sooner with all this to get it squared away better.
I'm sure you're doing wonderfully.
There are only 5 members of the council.
I think there's a moment where everyone just sort of looks at Tonio.
He looks exhausted, fam.
Tiny hands make many work, apparently. Which is the inverse of that saying.
Yep. I think with the low rolls that Acorn's been having, generally, if anybody who's paying attention just can kind of like hear faintly like yodeling coming from the Alpine mounts coming from within his head as he just kind of like sits there, just kind of just, really enjoying this tea.
Has nothing to do with mail.
Oh.
He's spacing out.
Yep. It's just like,
It sounds like a conch shell.
I love how you have characters that just do that. Like Sally's like polka music, and Acorn is yodeling.
Look, that one animation Owl did of Sally on her Tumblr is always in my brain. I love it.
Lives there rent free. Yeah, God.
Acorn's just having an off day. Don't mind him.
No, darling. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna. Hang on. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, that was a perception. Tony, after a moment of lamenting over his paperwork, realizes, oh yeah, Acorn is here, and it's very, very quiet. Hey, Acorn.
Yes.
Are you okay?
What? Oh, I'm just enjoying this lovely tea.
You're not pushing yourself too hard. You need a break.
like Acorn considers this.
Tony says, like a hypocrite.
Like, I mean, he does spend an awful lot of time
Tamer
flying
will
around.
exchange a look with Locke.
Let's see. God, like I've not really considered like Acorn's like he's probably just like continued on like just with his general like delivering mail work.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that, like, if it's been a while since Critter Hunt, would Acorn and Tony have crossed paths before because Acorn delivers mail?
Oh, probably, yeah. Actually, like, now that he thinks about it, like, he's like, oh, wait, could I get your name, please? To Tonio.
Acorn, you know my name is Tonio Floor.
Okay, excellent. Tonio Floor, and then, like, goes over to Bartolomeo, reaches into the thing,
no.
and then pulls out some mail and delivers it.
It's all work.
It's
all
more work.
tax forms.
Tonio just kind of slumps. Oh, no.
I do, of course, know your name, my dear friend, but this is how the magic works.
Right. Yeah, just hand it over.
Yeah, and it's a smaller stack than normal.
Which is weird. That gets Tony to squint at it. This is not his usual workload.
Maybe some gremlins ate some of it.
No! That's important!
You blame gremlins for a lot of things.
No! Don't. Tony points at Locke. Don't you curse me like that. I'll kill you.
Don't speak it into existence.
If you manifest that, I will kick you so hard your shadow will feel it.
Ow. Where is your shadow, by the way?
Okay, I'm gonna roll a flat d20 to see what kind of shenanigans he's been up to.
Oh no.
11. You hear a crash from probably the house, like wherever Tamer actually beds down for themselves.
Oh, actually, do you want a cutscene?
Oh dear.
Sure.
I have this whole barn like mapped out. Not like map, but like I have notes.
Yeah. So he's wandered off that way.
I think the camera cuts to like the camera shifts up through like the ceiling of the basement, up through the first level up into the loft level, and there is like a little like combination bedroom, workshop, training area, like like this was originally where like the hay was stored, but now it seems to be where Tamer is stored. And there's all sorts of like little bobs and gears that the shadow can like touch. There's like there's chalkboards, there's like little comfy like bean bags that look hand sewn. There's instead of a bed, there's a big like a very worn looking chicken plush. It looks hand sewn. It seems to be initial PM, but it looks very good to like just flop down on and just like have a nap.
So here's the thing that I've always thought of in my head that is unofficially canon. Locke, being a fairy, is very mischievous. He tries to put out an air of responsibility and of like politeness. His shadow gets the other half of his personality, where he is like staunch and polite and like very courtly. His shadow is mischievous and trickstery and bad impulse control. So the shadow is touching everything.
Oh dear.
Do you wanna? Let's see. What would this be? Roll me a wisdom saving throw for the shadow.
Okay.
Oh
It
no.
does share my stats, so that's good. Okay. It has 1 hit point. It shares my stats, and AC I believe is 14.
Good to know. All right. On the workshop, there's actually a couple different things that he can play around with, or shadow pronouns. and like it looks like like half of a real kind clock that's been disassembled, and the pieces are starting to get categorized. So there's the impulse to like uncategorize them, or like put them in a different order or whatever.
No.
There's
Oh.
it looks like Tamer is making like little metal pellets for some reason. And a couple of them are sort of cooling off to the side after being forged.
Mm.
And he could mess around with that. And then there's what you easily recognize at was 19 as something dangerous. It looks like half of an assembled gun.
Hello?
Oh.
Yeah, so you have an array of choices.
I love how this is happening as Tony is only half jokingly, only half, threatening Locke so hard that his shadow feels it.
You don't hurt him. He only has 1 hit point. Then I have to resummon him. He takes emotional damage and pops.
Oh, darling.
Oh.
So, as mischievous little sprite he is, he sees the gun,
Oh no.
picks it up by what he would assume the wooden handle of it would be. Turns at a 90-degree angle,
No.
puts it back down, and then he's gonna shift the workbench 2 feet to the left.
Oh my god. 2 feet?
Well, 2 inches.
2 entire. Okay.
What's that to
He's just
say?
gonna move things slightly off kilter.
All right. I mean, like it's that disturbs some of the little piles of gears. And I think that like the remainder of the clock like it wobbles dangerously close to tipping over. Do you want to roll? Let's see. Actually, I guess if you want to do anything else, I will make you roll for it. I'll give you this for free. Because like with a 19, I think that this is responsible dumbassery.
Mhm.
Like, what is the most psychologically damaging thing that I can do without actually hurting someone? Moving their furniture.
I mean,
God.
you actually like as the shadow has like made its way through this place, like this like the barn itself is alive with movement. There's spiders, there's mice, there's birds off like down in the lower levels in the roost. um there's kittens that are in sort of a basket. They like it's all sorts of creatures and things in here. Like it's moving something. Like it there's a very fair chance that Tamer will just be like, well, the spider's gotten here again.
Gotta go big.
Gotta go big or go home here because the animals also move things here.
How about that chicken bed?
Go
What if it
ahead.
was suddenly not a chicken?
Oh my god. Oh no.
See, unfortunately, Locke is not any kind of tune, so he doesn't get the tune shenanigans, but gives him a wonderful idea. Are any of the pellets like cool to the touch?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah, because I don't know uh if iron would hurt the shadow.
Mm-mm.
Good question.
But fire would probably. So if it's burning hot, he would definitely try to not touch that. So you said perception, correct?
Yes.
Oh.
8. There are some that are still like slowly fading from glowing orange, and then there's some that just look gray. Hey, out of character PSA, just because metal is no longer glowing does not mean it's no longer hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
Oh,
Again,
dear.
if you paid attention earlier, Locke doesn't know what smithing is. He called it ferromancy, the magic of metal.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
So
Yep. So yeah, it's. I mean, some of them are just sort of a grayish color.
yeah, so he's gonna like poke at it a little bit and then get a wonderful idea. Um, he's gonna start putting like the cool ones underneath some of the pillows.
Well, you go to pick one up, and oh my god, is it hot? Like it doesn't like it. I think that like if you're poking at one, like it gives you enough like warning to
I just
not
imagine.
not take hit point damage, but like
Darn, because I just imagine that Shadow picks one up, takes one hit point of damage, fucking disappears, and drops the pellet.
I
I'm
mean, Thomas, do you want to take damage?
You know what? I'm gonna have the chaos take the reins here.
Mm.
One is
Alright.
good.
2 is bad.
2 is bad.
So he picks it up. It's like because audible no audible sound because it doesn't have a mouth. I picture this thing much like Peter Pan,
Yeah.
just like can manifest in 3D. So he picks it up. Drops. He pops. It drops to the floor and it just has the marble sound.
Yeah, it
And
Oh,
who
actually
do we
knows
wanna-
what's
drops.
going to happen to that?
Oh, do we want to
Oh,
say
this-
that it Rube Goldberg's the pebble?
I have an idea. Look, can you tell when your shadow has been dispelled?
Yeah, it comes back on like underneath his feet. It's like he looks
Hmm.
down. It's like I wouldn't have to worry about it too much because he doesn't know what's going on over that way.
Tony, during. I imagine the conversation downstairs has been continuing. Tony is sitting there looking very huffy.
If anyone wants to make a perception check to see his shadow pop back into
Oh,
existence,
yep,
go
let's
right
go.
ahead.
Sure.
Because it was very vampire-like. He didn't
Sure.
have a shadow.
9. I don't think that makes it.
That's not 20, baby.
Whoa.
Wait.
Oh, which one's a witch? Because one of you got a nat 20.
Whichever one's funnier?
So I would believe Breaks would get the first one because they're the first one on the list.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Does it look that way to everybody else?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, so
Oh, hang on, I'm being called.
oh,
Oh.
well,
a short break.
How long have we been going? No, not that long. It's barely
about
been an hour.
getting on to an hour. This is not the worst.
Yeah, so like Sir Acorn notices suddenly boop shadow.
Yep.
Oh. Finally, finally. And it's a nat 20 of all the rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's break time.
All right, impromptu break. How y'all doing?
Doing okay. How about you?
I am delighted.
Yeah.
This like today has been so fucking weird. At this point, I'm just like, this might as well happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this week has been like kind of like passively hectic, like nothing super stressful, but it was the final boss of the campaign module for Descent into Avernus.
Oh.
The pre-release for the new set of Magic the Gathering, so I did that. This and this and my game later on today, which is my normal thing. And then later on this week, I have been frantically writing down notes for my game, which way to which way. So just like everything kind of culminated within a 5-day period.
Yeah, that's a lot. Make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
having fun
bud.
with all of it. I'm just like, oh right, I actually have to be creative. Crap.
Welcome back, Magic.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Marcy's not back yet.
Yeah. I've also
By
been.
the way,
Go ahead. Just anecdotes. Go ahead.
sorry. It at some point, Magic, like there will be a time when Tamer looks around because Mazy hasn't really been part of the proceedings for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I think there's going to be a second where like they look around and just like, hang on, where is my spider child?
Where did that spider go to?
Mm-hmm. The spider who I definitely can trust not to get into trouble.
Mm-hmm. Totally isn't planning on attacking the bird somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Mm.
Look, listen. I am so sorry, Breaks.
This is fun.
Mazy is hostile. She's just spider.
She just spider.
Natural predator. Also
No,
punching
actually, that's
above
the
their
other
weight
way
class,
around.
maybe.
Have you heard of bird eating spiders?
Oh, I just don't know what kind of spider uh
Ah.
Mazy is.
Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Bird eating spider. Great.
Yeah, like, have you ever seen a picture of a banana spider? They're terrifying.
I have not. I'm gonna go look that up right now.
Oh, you shouldn't.
I am not, because I actually have a fear of spiders. I say while playing a spider.
Oh, yep, that's exactly what I was expecting.
Yep.
Oh yeah, those. Hey, why is it whenever we put a fruit name in front of like some sort of creepy crawly, it becomes 1,000 times worse? Like
Like
coconut
bats are
crabs.
perfectly fine. Fruit bats are fine. They're
Fruit
adorable.
fruit bats are lovely, but like think of coconut crabs.
Oh, they're, they're the size of trash cans.
Crabs aren't insects.
They're
No, I said
uh,
creepy crawlies. Bats
That's
are
fair.
also not insects.
like
I
I'm trying to think
appreciate
of
that the
another one.
banana spider has leg warmers.
That is a terrifying concept for me mentally. The fuck do you mean it has leg warmers?
Well, it's got like these
Don't
little fuzzy patches and it's on its legs that look like leg warmers.
just don't look it up. It's horrible.
Alternately, they look kind of like swim floaties.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm warning you now. Any arachnophobes, don't.
Don't look this up.
I sit here in my corner. This is fine.
You're playing a spider.
I know! Technically, it's not even a spider. I gave her too few legs so I could actually look at her properly.
Oh.
It's armor. It's Goma
I
from Legend of Zelda.
I will be honest. I made her look a lot like the Narscalas from Monster Hunter
Ah, okay.
Oh,
because I can
nice.
actually look at those.
Oh.
So
I pat you.
things are a lot less scary when you know you can kick the shit out of them.
We give you gentle hug magic.
But God.
So, anyways, Tamer's overwhelmed. How's your characters doing?
Well, I suppose Acorn has finally woken up from his yodel session. I don't know. This is something about him that I just didn't know. That apparently, I guess, like if he's just put into a comfortable situation, he can just kind of space out.
Aww. He's just like, yes, there's no danger. Goodbye.
I'm going to my happy spot.
His happy place.
Yodeler.
Yeah, Locke is just vibing. He's like, yeah, this is nice. I don't have the to think about my responsibility or the fact that I may or may not have been exiled on a suicide mission. But who knows? I don't care. I'm here.
God. Meanwhile, Tamer's just like, I hope I'm being a good host. I'm not good at this.
Yeah, I picture
It's
Locke
so much harder to
being
have
a
people in your
gremlin.
house when they're people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I picture Locke hanging around Tree Town Market and just being like a nuisance, or much like the picture I linked, just like tiny pranks and then running away.
He's valid.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Extremely valid.
I just love that because
Who is
like,
valid?
hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Who's valid?
Hello? Oh, Luck is.
Extremely valid.
Yes. Oh wait, that means everyone's back.
Yes.
Ah.
Sorry, I had to help my
So-
mom carry stuff to the laundry room because we have to real quick do laundry before I get ready for work.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. So the it was Tonio and Acorn who noticed the very abrupt shadow manifesting underneath Locke.
It's like an asset that just suddenly decides to pop into existence in a video game.
Yep.
Yeah, like Acorn immediately locks onto it, like, huh? Oh, Locke. That's right. You have a shadow.
He's trying to play it cool because he doesn't know what went on, but he knows it's back, so it popped.
Tony
Like,
is squinting. Because one, what a coincidence that he threatens the shadow and the shadow's back. Two, what the fuck does that mean?
just smiles and is like, wonderful tea. Not looking, breaking eye contact.
Don't acknowledge it. Don't acknowledge it. Don't acknowledge it.
Exactly. He can't lie.
The
He
camera-
can deflect very easily.
So, meanwhile, what's going on back in the... What's going on with that hot pebble?
Uh-oh.
So the pellet, which is a bullet for the half-assembled gun, so it falls to the floor and rolls and slips between a crack in the boards of the loft. And it bounces off one of the rafters, and it follows one of the levers, and it drops into uh, a mouse nest, and the mama mouse sees it and just sort of flicks it away with her tail, and then it goes across the room and ping, 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 all the way down through the down to the floor through the crack in the ceiling of the area you are all in, and lands basically right in Tonio's teacup.
Well,
It's a good thing he wasn't drinking it.
sploosh, sizzle.
God.
Basically.
Tony jumps like 5 inches in the air at this because this man is high strung.
In response to Tonio jumping, Acorn's up and has brandished his needle at the cup.
Just composed, like nothing happened.
My God.
Tamer's gonna take the spoon for the sugar and fish it out, just huh? This shouldn't be here.
What is that?
Oh, it's a bullet for a gun.
That's not concerning at all.
Well, don't touch it. It's made of iron. I should actually get rid of this. It'd get you.
Alright.
Well, you weren't drinking it, but you shouldn't drink that either. Now, they will sort of let it fall back into the teacup and take the teacup away. They, by the way, have not been drinking tea because they ran out of teacups.
Oh.
But they go to walk away and they sort of pause and they look back at the group and they see the group sort of as a cohesive whole from a few inches away. They're like, did anyone see where Mazy went?
How about some perceptions?
Let's do some perceptions. Woof.
Ooh,
God.
dirty 20.
Now he's rolling high.
Yeah.
All right.
Not high enough though.
Yeah.
Not high enough. How about one from God, can I Bartolomeo?
Can't believe you forgot
17.
your own bird's name.
I know.
Everyone looks at where Mazy once was. There is a blinking outline
Oh
of
my
where a
God.
spider was.
Mm-hmm. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh no.
There is no spider. There is no spider here.
Can I roll a perception check for OU, sweetie?
Sure.
Does the cow see?
Does the cow see?
Actually, let me look up. I have stats for her. Not
No.
quite.
Damn.
No one knows
Darn.
who this fucking spider is.
Darn.
The closest is Acorn, who
Yeah,
just managed to see the dust cloud.
Yep. Heard skittering, doesn't know where it went.
Now we're playing a horror movie.
Tamer sighs. This is their day to day, and they go, "Excuse me for a sec. Let me go deal with that." And they pop the wheels out on their boots and just sort of like rollerblade away, just like Mazy, Mazy.
Fascinating what people from the material realm make. We don't have a lot of smiths in the court.
Tony, meanwhile, is looking over all of the new work he just got and squinting at it because it's not his usual workload. And he squints up at Acorn and is like, is this everything that was for me?
Well, I can check again, friend. Can I get your name?
Tonio Floor.
Okay. He goes over to Bartolomeo, sticks his hand in, rummages about, returns empty-handed. I believe that is everything.
That just makes me more worried. Oh dear.
Perhaps
Well,
you were
certainly a lighter workload is not something to be suspicious of, something to be celebrated, perhaps.
Perhaps you just worry too much.
I mean, I do have a cause. I am one of the 5 members of the Tree Town Market Council.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you not have other people to help you along this?
We have what are basically runners to do jobs like this. This is just a special case that I got sent on. And since it's mine, I need to do the paperwork and then on top of my other work. And then there's the harvest if my siblings can't get that themselves. Oh, that whiz check.
Oh, that was check.
Boy.
Mazy, what are you up to?
Mazy, what you doing?
What you doing, Mazy?
Can Tamer roll investigation? Try to find this spider.
Wayward spider.
Oh,
Say again?
sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sure, all right. Their investigation. Oh, okay. That's much better. 21 meets a beat it.
Nice.
21. I will say, you probably go looking for one of the more obvious places Mazy may be, which is her little spider nest. Her little spider nest, which is a giant mass of basically webs. I will say, with an 18, it does look like she's made some last minute additions to her web. maybe big
Mm.
enough to fit a very small bird.
Oh my god.
I think Tamer like stops because they know that if they go too far into this nest they'll get fucking stuck. And they just like they look at this addition and they tug on one of the strings like very hard to get her attention.
We'll say with that 21, you can tell she's not here, but she had left recently.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, they will like they're still on their rollerblades for a little bit of extra speed. They will skate back in a fucking hurry.
Oh no.
I think that they're looking for ambush points from which one could grab Bartolomeo.
As you make your way back down, probably at like the top of whatever ladder it is, because like you check up there first before jumping down and making sure the bird hasn't been stolen yet. You do see a spider on the ceiling of this floor.
Yeah, they let me roll a stealth for them to see. Do.
I will say she is making a very small web circle to probably try to pull Bartolomeo up into before dragging.
Oh my god.
So
a 9.
that's a 9 for stealth. So basically they rollerblade in, look up, and just immediately start like without bothering to hide at all. They start trying to climb the wall to get up to the ceiling. Let's see, that would be acrobatics.
Probably.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics or athletics. I'll go with acrobatics. 23. Nice. They scale up the wall and onto the ceiling and just hang next to Mazy like, absolutely not. We talked about this. Everyone can clearly hear them talking to Mazy up there, by the way.
God.
Yeah, like just below, like Acorn, Bartolomeo look up. Just
Tony,
watching this.
Yeah, Tony looks up from his paperwork.
There's a giant spider who looks very displeased at this turn of events.
Is Mazy going to try it anyway?
She's lost the element of surprise.
Yes, but that was a really low whiz check.
Really low whiz check.
I will say, by the way, that Tamer is looking at you very kindly and giving you scritches.
Do you want to roll a persuasion or an animal handling?
Sure. I will make that animal handling.
I think you deserve an advantage.
Yeah, you do know Mazy pretty well.
Oh, doesn't matter.
1. Yeah, the 11 does it. 11 has it. What will the spider choose?
I really want to say violence.
But Mom's watching.
Parental unit is here.
Their Ren is watching.
I think that they transfer their grip from the wall to Mazy into like just sort of a half holding on, half like a hug.
God, now the spider has to focus on holding the small person. God damn it. They can't do a sneak attack like this. Their mandibles are being blocked.
Aww.
Begrudgingly.
You couldn't bite much unless you want to bite something through Tamer.
Fine. Mazy's not happy about it, but we'll scale down the wall, go back to the table, and place
She get-
Tamer in front of
gets
the
a-
teacup that was given to Mazy.
Oh,
Oh.
they give her another treat and like just a gentle sort of like hug, like good job.
She's not happy.
Mm-hmm.
She's,
But they do have a particularly juicy fly.
she'll take it.
Mm.
God.
Tamer just like looks around like, more tea?
I'm good.
Oh, yes, please. It's delightful.
They will give you more tea.
Yeah. And Bartolomeo's doing like the bird thing where he sticks his beak into the tea and then lifts it up.
So, what exactly have you been up to?
5 check on the bitch not drinking tea. Leave Tony alone.
Wow.
Okay, you know what? Was that a hit, Magic? Was Mazy trying to do a hit?
Mazy was trying to figure out why you're not drinking the tea, and would it be a good idea to force you to drink the tea?
Ah.
That tea was given to you freely.
Tony.
Drink the fucking tea.
Tony's too wrapped up in his
I mean,
paperwork.
what?
All right.
Or a lack
Alright.
thereof.
Or lack thereof. He's trying to puzzle together why he does not have his usual workload.
Yeah, Locke is just gonna try to engage in some conversation as the people, as everyone is like staring. It's like he'll turn over to Tamer. So, what have you been up to since our last adventure? Has your defenses been repaired?
Well, it's been a little bit busy with new arrival. It's a large creature like that needs accommodations. I've been meaning to make a supply run into the bog, but it's truly not the sort of place you go on your own, unless apparently you're you and you have the luck of a minor god.
Shrugs.
Not yet. I've actually been working on some offense. I'm sure that you saw the new addition up on the roof.
Well, yes, you were hanging off that earlier while yelling at me. Fascinating.
They will like if you don't stop them, they will launch into a very like technical explanation of like this is what it does. Like it's there's different charges that have different effects. It's primarily a big based thing so that they have a better defense for uh their entire farm than just like one very ornery cow. Um, like there's it can shoot fire, it can make things confused. There's a wild magic charge that they are having a particular amount of trouble with. Like if no one stops them, they will get very animated, and then if no one is talking like along with them, they like stop themselves and sort of like clear their throat, and they go, "Well, it's something to pass the time."
Well, I'm not going to insult your profession by trying to understand most of that. I'm but a simple guard and off of things. I would say I would be willing to assist in retrieving some you said silt from this bog. Uh, I'm sure we could strike a deal.
It that would be very kind of you. Perhaps we can speak more of this later. Uh and they definitely like they like definitely meet your gaze when you say the word deal. Like like not like They don't look offended. They don't look weary, but they're just like, indeed, indeed.
It's for him. It's just like how the Fae do. It's like you look for deals, look for favors, look for connections, look to see what you can get.
Yeah, they understand.
In the
Do we
background,
want
there's a
to
spider
resolve what's
attempting.
going on in the roll zone?
Yeah. So Magic rolled a 16 for Mazy to try to stab the paperwork away from Tonio. That was a dex save. Tonio rolled a nat 20 and managed to save his paperwork.
Or the spider nips at you.
No.
No,
It tries to bite your paperwork.
Mazy.
No.
I'm not going to lie.
Oh, what happens to the paperwork?
It's now got 2 puncture holes.
Yeah, this is puncture holes. And Tony once again.
It's got these weird blue stains on it as well.
No. Tony tries to push Mazy away, like, no, I need those.
You get a slight hiss.
Tamer will get in between Mazy and the paperwork, just like, what has gotten into you this afternoon? My goodness.
Mazy will push the tea closer to you, Tonio.
Oh, hint, hint.
This is a threat. Drink the tea.
Tony squints and looks back down at his paperwork.
Tamer will, like, just sort of clear their throat and say, I give you my word upon my name. It's okay to drink. Mazy can be very, she worries very much. She likes to see people taking care of themselves.
Mazy's
and they give her
glaring
this
at you.
gentle pat.
Tony just...
They give her a very pointed, gentle pat, just like, be nice.
Tony just tries to casually leave it off, like, it's fine, I'm not thirsty.
Mazy glares at you more.
Yeah, Tony has not touched any of the tea or the crackers.
It's like very odd. No, you were offered food and shelter without any requirement or conditions. It seems rude not to partake.
Don't you Fae rules me.
It's how I live my life.
It's how you live your life.
Quite literally.
Acorn's gonna look at Tonio, like, well, can't really tell, but was trying to, like, see, is, like, Tonio unwell? Outside of just being extremely tired? But I doubt with a 7 that he can read anything in there.
Yeah, no, all you get is what you've been getting. Tony is high-strung and tired.
Can Tamer also make an insight?
You can if you want. Oh.
A nat 1!
The 1.
Tony's just a normal level of tired.
They are busy, like, trying to get Mazy to just, like, be nice for a sec. They never get to have tea parties. Come on.
How is it a tea party if someone isn't drinking the tea?
Tonio, this mind is an iron trap. No, you may not figure out why I'm being rude.
You know what? If it's the tea not being drunk, that's a problem. Tony pushes the cup towards Acorn. You like the tea.
Okay,
Mazy stabs the handle of the cup and puts it back in front of you.
God!
Okay! Why, I do believe I have some mail to deliver to... Let's see, could I get your name? He just like, starts talking to Tamer.
You may call me Tamer, as you have so far.
Excellent. Puts his hand into the thing, pulls out, like, some mail for Tamer, hands it over.
Acorn voice, I can escape this awkward situation.
with mail. Turns to
There's
Locke.
a single envelope there's a single envelope for Tamer and it's junk mail. They still brighten up like you've made their day and like eagerly take it.
Aw. Like, Acorn stands a little bit straighter at that. Then turns to Locke. But he's like pauses, like he's trying to figure out how to word this so that it doesn't insult the Fae. Could you tell me your name?
You may call me Locke.
Okay, excellent. Sticks his hand into the Bartolomeo's pouch, pulls out some mail for Locke.
Most of it's like weird junk mail that is somehow like initial to him. One of them is a scroll with a wax seal. It's like, okay, I'll deal with that later.
Yep, it is handed over to you in good condition. And then he's going to cast Speak with Animals and it's going to ask Mazy, "Could I have your name, please?"
God, I'm trying to remember Mazy's voice because I did it once. Mazy, dear, and don't you forget it.
Excellent. Okay, puts it, and then pulls out some mail for Mazy.
It's another issue of that spider magazine.
Mazy takes it.
Yep.
Maybe that'll distract Mazy long enough.
Gosh.
Then, satisfied that his duties have been finished, he sits back down and drinks some more tea. Feeling a little better, less awkward.
While Mazy has that magazine, Tony tries to push his cup again towards Acorn.
Do you want to do a strength contest?
Fuck!
Oh boy. Oh.
Fuck!
Oh.
I hate to inform you, Mazy has 6 legs.
You know what? Tamer will take the teacup out from between them and just chug the tea.
Yeah, the thing in Locke's mind is like, wait, isn't that the one with the iron fillings in it?
No, I
that
thought
one was
Tamer
taken
went
away.
to...
They
Yeah.
changed that out.
Okay. I might have missed that, but like the entire time, Locke was just like, wait a second, that's the one with the iron fillings in it. Oh, this is going to be very fascinating.
No, it's fine. No iron.
Gross. Yeah, it's like they're just like they give Mazy a very firm like there. It's all settled now.
Mazy's not
and
happy.
they turn to Tonio and they go, if you want something else, I will of course do my best to provide as a host, but you are not beholden by you are of course not beholden by my customs.
Tony is just waving that away. It's like, it's fine. I'm just not thirsty or hungry. It's fine.
Can I get
Can they roll
an
insight?
check?
You want to do it again? Have at it.
Look, the Fays have been
try it
very
again.
good at this. Damn it.
Okay.
Damn it. Mind trap.
Nope.
Nope.
Fuck.
Whoa! That 20 for Mazy.
Mazy's the only one who can fucking tell that, you know when you work yourself real hard and you develop a fever? Or you start developing a fever or like catching a cold?
No
Tony
wonder Mazy was so insistent upon the tea.
Tony just unfortunately is a workaholic.
Oh boy.
Mazy wishes to tattle on Tonio to Tamer.
I mean, Tamer is right there.
Yeah.
They could get their attention.
Also,
Mazy.
Acorn can still understand you, so.
What probably Tonio hears is a bunch of hissing. I will say, Tamer, you know the spider well enough to probably kind of understand them. Also, Acorn, you have Stupid Animal still up. Yeah. Mazy just flat out just goes that they're sick and they're being rude.
Oh, Tonio, you are being looked at by Tamer.
Yeah. And Acorn.
Tony is just absentmindedly going through the paperwork and reading through all the new stuff that Acorn handed him.
Yeah, Acorn has gotten up, walks over to you, waits until you look up at him.
Yeah, Tony kind of glances up over the
Well,
paper.
actually, how tall is Tonio?
6 inches.
No, looks down at Acorn because Acorn's like 2.5.
Yeah, Tony kind of looks over the side of his around the side of his paperwork, like hello.
Yeah. So Acorn is like, my apologies for taking this liberty, but and then like just kind of like grabs onto you and uses lay on hand to cure a disease.
Oh shit.
So
does the common cold count as a disease?
Yes.
I don't know
Yes.
if that would be like a common
Yes.
cold or like exhaustion levels.
That's amazing.
Well, lay on hands. You can use 5 HP to cure a disease or neutralize a poison affecting the creature. So yeah, if you're getting sick, you're not anymore.
Oh, nice. Tony.
Magic, magic, the cure for all my personal health issues.
Well,
Why
I mean,
am I
that's
a cure for personal
what we
health
say about
issues?
it.
I just imagine like Tony looks down like over his paperwork and Acorn is like, excuse me one moment, uses the leverage, like hops up using Tony's arm as leverage and like paps him on the forehead.
Yep.
Tamer is just going to like take this distraction to go over to a closet and take out a bunch of like very fluffy blankets, and Antonio gets most of them, but also Acorn gets 1 or 2 just because they did use 5 hit points.
Well, thank you.
They
Tony-
smell like barn animals.
These are
Which
actually
is-
clean.
Yeah, like I've worked in a barn. That smell permeates.
I mean
This is actually unfortunately true.
the sort of like cloudy look in Tony's eyes that no one recognized except for Mazy because of those piss poor insights has cleared up. And the Tamer starts like handing out blankets and Tony's just like, no, it's fine, you guys.
Just it's like Tony suddenly hit by a wave of, oh geez, I'm thirsty. Oh geez, I'm hungry. Oh geez, this has gone a little too far.
Tony goes to stand up to shake the blanket off and almost falls over.
Okay, gonna
Yeah,
see if
he is
athletics
getting-
can the 2.5 tall Acorn can catch
Yep.
Tonio. And just
Actually,
like,
roll again to see if you crit, because Tamer will take the help action to give you
Oh, okay.
advantage, because they're basically blanket burritoing you, Antonio.
hey,
You did crit!
Tony!
God!
Weird.
God, could like Tamer and Acorn working together could give Mazy some tips on how to spin a web.
First of all, rude.
But
Yeah.
I think Mazy would be impressed by how quickly
They-
Tonio is swathed in blankets.
Yeah, like in one fell swoop, Tamer and Acorn have like 1 taken the paperwork away from Tony and 2 just swaddled him in a bunch of blankets
Mm-hmm.
as
Yeah.
he's
As
eased
you-
back into
as
his
you-
seat.
A new teacup is set before you, along with some crackers, because saltines are good when you're getting over a cold. And Tamer like offers Acorn a high five without like looking.
Yep. The like Tamer, Acorn jumps up and high fives.
Fuck, I'm getting
There's a
another
little
phone call.
freeze.
Hang on.
No, there's a freeze frame. It goes on for a bit.
I will say, Locke, somehow Mazy is now considering you like the most sensible person in this place. Congratulations.
It's the quiet ones you have to watch out for.
Yeah, sure.
I can't wait for Mazy to realize that she's the adult here.
I mean, Locke's like 300 or so years old. He lost track a while ago.
You were
But
messing
it's-
around with a hot bullet earlier.
Well, the Fae don't really like keep track of time like that, or at least he doesn't.
I very much enjoy the concept of Tamer and Acorn being the self-care gang.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say a little anecdote of, well, it looks like you have a package to deliver to a bed.
And I have done so most expediently.
Oh,
Tamer like looks thoughtful. Like they don't have a bed. They do have a chicken plush. I suppose he could rest on that.
I would like to make something canon with the shadow earlier. Just tiny flashback.
Uh-huh.
The seam
Mhm.
was opened up to try to put the ball bearings inside the plush, and the seam was the butthole. It's just that X mark for a cartoon. It's just like, oh, this is just a seam.
I mean, I
There you
don't
go.
think it has a butthole. It's a stuffed, like a plush chicken that a child made.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
a
like,
bit more anatomically correct. I think Acorn goes back to sit down and takes a triumphant sip of his tea.
mm.
And then gets back up and like realizes that they've swaddled Tonio so thoroughly that Tonio cannot pick up the teacup.
It is the burrito. Tonio
The
has
burrito.
become Tony Burrito.
Burritonio.
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 Also, I came up with a wonderful new name or a subtitle for this this game.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
It is
yes.
Tea Time with Tamer.
That's adorable.
Canon.
Yeah.
Yes. Towards the end of the game, towards the end of our FPS, we have changed the title.
Yep.
Mm.
Of course.
I'm looking at my other features to see if there's anything else I can.
God. Hey, for having done absolutely no planning on this whatsoever, this has turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Improv.
expecting a little initially when it was just an FPS. I was like, okay, so it's going to be talking, helping out with possibly defenses, technobabble with certain stuff, and then possibly a forced acknowledgement of what he was looking for if Tamer like asked him 3 times.
Oh.
Threes. Hi, I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But none of that happened. It was just like a nice vibing session with tea,
Mhm.
and a
Yeah.
coffee
Yep.
date.
And forcing your friend to, self-care.
Yeah.
By the way, Acorn
Literally.
is holding the cup up to Tonio's lips like, now, friend, you must be thoroughly hydrated.
Tony loudly sighs and tries to wiggle an arm out because, please, he's not a child.
Nope, completely swathed.
Damn.
Roll a strength check.
Oh, straight check. Yeah, that's fair.
I could add some webbing if you'd like.
God.
Oh. Roll at disadvantage.
Okay, God. Whoop. D20. 14.
I'm
Let's
gonna
see,
say the
blank.
DC is 15.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Can't quite do it. There's just too many layers.
Tony loudly sighs and very moodily It's like, fine. And goes to take a sip of the tea.
Yep. It is, I imagine,
It
very
is
tasty.
apparently very good tea.
It is
Yep.
good tea.
And I think maybe, does Tonio realize just how thirsty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's like a second passes and suddenly the cup is empty.
Yep.
And you still hear the audible growl from the stomach.
Maybe.
Yep.
Mm. Tamer will actually like go back to the little ice cellar and like grab some. They actually grab little containers of chicken soup and they
Oh,
they go over to a little burner and start heating them up.
Mm-hmm.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony kind of buries his face in the blankets that he's huddled in, and like, there's a loud groan, but this one isn't like he's in pain or anything. He's horribly embarrassed.
Fear not, friend Tonio. We shall tell no one.
Now, no one important saw this. As he offers like a tiny hip flask that he has here. It's from water from home. We used to trick people into thinking it was the fountain of youth.
Hello?
Look, fairies. People wander in looking for the fountain of youth. Sure, it's that way.
Yeah. God.
It's nothing but normal water. But it's magic.
Isn't it normal water from the Fey realm though?
Yeah.
Yeah, normal Fey water.
Yeah.
Normal Fey water.
Yeah.
Just like a real cursed sword.
Yeah. I mean, it's normal for Fey. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah.
If you're not from the Fey, side effects may include turning your head into a donkey's.
Yeah.
It may include visions, hallucinations, seeing into the astral plane. Who knows?
Seeing into the
Nothing
Feywild
to worry about.
plane.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're a Fae. You can handle it.
Yeah, Tony can drink it. No, Tony and Locke can drink it. No one else can.
He doesn't know that.
Actually, hang on, because it occurs to me. Actually, let me double check. Yeah.
Oh, 10?
Okay.
What
Yeah,
what
that
would
makes
roll
it.
for?
Tamer comes back over. They're still using their like rollerblade things. And they've got the soup in their hands, and they sort of like wobble and like splash a little bit of soup on their hand, and they like shit, and like put it very hurriedly down on the coffee table, and just like sit very quickly down against Mazy, like just sort of lean in on her.
Aww.
Baby.
But they do not acknowledge that, other than they dry their hand off very quickly because that's hot.
Mm-hmm. I think Acorn will take the initiative to like grab the soup and start feeding Tonio.
Yeah, there's they actually they look around and sigh, and then they very creakily get back up and go look for bowls.
Go look for what?
Bowls.
Ah.
Yeah, I think
Bowls.
Acorn's solution was just to dip the teacup into the soup.
Oh my god!
Have you never had cup soup?
Hey, can you roll me another strength?
Oh, from Tamer?
Yeah.
All right. Actually, let me make sure that is what I think it is. Do. Okay. 8.
8s and only 8s.
I have the higher modifier, so technically this would win on my end, right?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You do not get up.
It's they lurch back into their seat with a grunt that sounds a little bit pained. Like, okay, Mazy, I need bowls and spoons. We don't have those here. We only have teacups.
If only spiders could sigh. Mazy picks you up.
Oh.
This is just the FPS where we force our friends to self-care.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations,
Yes.
this is enough social interaction for you today.
I mean, they sort of reach up and they pat her head as they dangle from her mandibles, I guess.
Mm.
And they, do they bring Tamer over to where the bowls and the spoons are?
Yes.
Okay, they retrieve some bowls and spoons.
While this is happening, I just imagine Acorn is trying to get Tonio to eat the soup from the teacup.
Yep. No, it's perfectly fine.
Tonio's just, I don't need you to feed me. I have hands.
Your hands are currently occupied.
Let me out.
No.
But they spent so long on it. Why would they let you out now?
I can feed myself. I have hands.
Sometimes you need to get pampered.
It was
He's
a
just
mistake to
enjoying
open your
life.
mouth because now there is soup in it.
God, shit.
It is drink or drown, my friend.
Tony will swallow the soup that was shoved in his mouth and then bury his face half into the blanket and then glare down at Acorn.
You're just turning into more of a burritonio.
There's a muffled in the blanket.
I
No,
love this.
yeah, there's like muffled in the blanket. No, you're just being dirty.
What was that, friend? I couldn't hear you.
Tony just glares dead at him. He's not risking it.
Enjoy the pampering
I
as
love
it
this
just pats on the
more
top
than
of the
words.
burrito.
You're just all idiots, Your Honor. God, I'm gonna one more strength from Tony. Should that still be at disadvantage?
Yep.
Yep.
You are blanketed in
God.
12s and only 12s. That doesn't do it.
He's
Your struggles are actually getting weaker. You're cozy.
He's cozy and tired. Fuck.
You got a little bit of chicken noodle soup in you.
Tony tries to very quickly pop his head out. Just to, Tamer, please.
And then
Now.
Tamer, who is currently being held by a spider, will try to they will try to get back on their feet. Can they roll strength again?
Sure.
Or does Mazy let him go?
No, you're still being held by Spider.
Oh. No.
Alright. Actually, hang on.
Like, Acorn is just on it. He's just waiting for it. Oh no, it's a -1!
Damn.
Oh no, it's
That's intense.
While they're struggling, it's everyone hears a crack and then they abruptly go still and stop struggling.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And they look down at one of their legs and they're just Mazy dear, would you mind sitting me back down in my seat? I think I have the bowls.
Wait, Acorn puts down the cup, walks over to Tamer, and lifts a hand.
Give.
Tamer? What was that sound just now?
Oh, well, that was my leg. I have a little bit of joint trouble. I don't think I'll be able to use that leg for a while, but I can repair it myself. I'm
Tony
positive.
jolts up. That was your leg?
Just gonna keep you in the burrito. Just calm down. It's fine. Just
No, it's perfectly
push you back into the
fine.
burrito.
Locke, if I could have your assistance, please.
Yes. As you wish.
Remember the blanket that you gave Acorn?
Oh
man.
They're well, no, I need my hands free.
You're being
so I can actually repair
you're being
myself.
swaddled. You're being
Yes.
swaddled.
Yes.
Well, okay. I can't fix it until I have my hands free, but okay.
Do you resist the swaddling?
If they do so, they will hurt themselves worse. They know this.
Okay. You have been swaddled, your leg immobilized, and then Acorn uses lay on hands on your leg.
Oh.
Actually, I need to roll I need to roll damage because I didn't when that happened.
Okay.
Let's see.
That'll be helpful.
God.
Okay,
All
I
right.
guess, yeah, Acorn, once you're swaddled, Acorn will try medicine to see if he can figure out the extent of the damage. 9.
Oh.
Not great, so he just kind of like dumps like the rest of his lay on
Can-
hand on you.
Can I
Yeah,
do the help action?
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm there to assist with help.
Lovely.
Yeah.
7. Okay, a 9 is it? A 9 it is.
God.
God damn.
They care very much about their friends, but a lot of them are absolutely clueless. Yeah, so we're just gonna dump the rest of the lay on hands into.
Fuck.
Yeah, nice try. Just dump the rest of the lay on hands into Tamer. So you your joint probably starts feeling a lot better.
Yeah, there's another very ugly crack as you actually you can see that they're housing and they have ball joints and the joint had like
Oh.
popped out of whack. And it goes back in with a satisfying click and they flinch but they don't say anything. And then they try to put weight on it and to their very obvious surprise it holds them. And
Like
they just beam at you.
this implies that Tamer went to stand up while still swaddled in blankets.
Yep. It's like when you stand up in a beanbag, like
The
what's
sleeping
called,
bag?
a bedroll.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah, like like a sleeping bag. There we
Yeah.
go.
Actually, are they still being held by Mazy?
I mean, Mazy went to go put you down in your chair, but your leg's better now.
I
Mazy
think
takes
it
you
would
back.
be time for these two to have a nap. Mazy, would you be so kind as to make sure they actually get their nap?
I don't need a nap. I need to get home.
You're a burrito right now.
Tamer.
Like that means Tonio opened his mouth and Acorn like looks over like real quick.
Oh yeah, Tony's like back half buried into the blanket and glaring at him.
All right. Tamer, you get picked up by one spidery leg and just placed on the back. Balance carefully. Would the arms be free on Tamer? That is a question. For you, Breaks.
No, probably not.
Okay.
They have both been cocooned.
Both been cocooned. All right. So Tamer, you get attached with a little bit of web to Mazy. Mazy walks over to Tonio.
Oh God, hang on.
Yeah, I will assist by lifting up Tonio.
No,
Keeping
hang
him
on.
there.
Hell.
Nope, doesn't do it.
Mazy picks you up with her mandibles. Like you are some sort of trapped bug.
I'm just gonna take these and take your workload and just put it in my pocket. You don't need that right now.
I'm gonna need it later.
You can have it then.
Yes.
After a good, like he pulls like a watch out of like his hammer space. 8 hours of sleep.
8 hours. I don't even get that on a normal day. Oh, it's a bad thing to say out
Up
loud.
that up to 16.
God, Tony immediately realizes his mistake.
Also, Tonio has been speaking clearly.
Oh no! Oh God!
Acorn approaches with the soup.
No.
So yeah, Locke just like pockets the paperwork. It's like, I'm going to have to they said they had siblings. Maybe they can do this.
Do not give those to my siblings. Do not.
You didn't say that out loud. That was in his head.
Son of a bitch.
In fact, there is a male tune that you could you could just readdress the work to one of.
Oh my God.
You could just readdress the work to one of the siblings.
Well, yes. As a male person, you definitely would know where
Yeah.
the floors would be.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Acorn has delivered mail to Treetown Market.
That's very true. Like, he perks up and looks over at Locke. Oh, do you have a delivery for me?
Do not, do not.
I
Souped.
think we
No.
do. As I think that's a great place to go off, as the two
Yes.
are being forced into nap, and the
Yep.
other two are off to the market.
Tony solves the soup. At least tell them where I am.
Souped again.
Damn it.
Ranged soup.
Does anyone want to roll insight on Tamer?
I think Acorn is a little too busy keeping an eye on Tonio and waiting to soup.
Sweet
Come on.
soup.
Darn.
Yeah, Tony
Mazy,
is
you
super
have
occupied with
advantage.
soup. What author?
Mazy has advantage.
Ah, okay.
14, that's not bad.
Yeah, it. They like it's quiet. And it is like I think that like it's mostly like less sound and more just shaking, but they are just in their little burrito, just helplessly laughing. And at some point before like they are carted away to their burrito-y fate, they will make sure that everyone knows that they may avail themselves of the barn's hospitality for as long as they need it. Like it's both for going into the evening today, if Bartolomeo needs a roost, and Locke needs a roof over their head. But also in general, the barn and its assets are open to you.
Oh.
Oh,
He'll
Flems.
figure out where he's sleeping at some point.
Yeah.
He may take
it's-
Tonio's bed. Who knows?
When they
Now-
go and deliver the paperwork.
God, Tony is free from Acorn in the soup for but a moment. As God, as Mazy is carrying off Tamer and Tonio's just, God, please, for the love of the harvest goddess, at least tell them where I am.
I can do that, I think. Yes, I
Locke
think that's
is-
well within my purview as a male carrier.
I'm just gonna give it to you. You just see a very mischievous smile on
Yeah.
Locke's face.
No! Acorn, please, you're my friend. At the very least, only give it to Ileana.
Ileana it is. Very good. I shall file that away as when Tonio is working to deliver mail to Ileana. Okay. Makes a little note.
The two halves of Locke are together. He's mischievous.
God.
This one.
I will say, God, Tonio has been yelling a lot, which, I mean, he just magically got over the beginnings of cold, but he probably doesn't have that much energy on top of already being exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
So he just kind of slumps in his cocoony prison.
Very nice.
Yeah, and as they are carted off, Acorn and Locke and probably Mazy and Tamer, because they're right there. Here, you guys are the worst. You guys are the worst.
I think she loves it. I think we're gonna try to keep this as a regular thing, just to at least make sure she gets some sleep.
It does seem like
He-
a good idea
sorry.
to check in on him from time to time if he's working himself to sickness.
Hmm.
Well, you hear from Mazy's back. You all are welcome back anytime if you'd like to come for tea again.
You are a most
perhaps-
generous host.
They just smile at you,
Locke
just
would
like
bow.
as much as you can see of them from within the blankets.
Yes.
And is that where
Yes.
Tony and Taylor get
Yeah.
carted off, Locke sticks around, Acorn goes to deliver the work to Treetown Market, then comes back.
Mm-hmm.
This
Can
was
we
fun.
have all like curled up on the various parts of the chicken plush because it
Yeah.
can fit all of them.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, that's adorable.
Acorn is still there threatening Tony with soup.
Like if Tonio is, sleeping or pretending to sleep, the soup threat will go away.
Pretends to sleep,
Because
ends up falling asleep anyway.
Yep, exactly.
Damn it.
exactly. That's the logic.
All right.
Uh,
All right.
Oh.
Thank you, my beautiful author. Beautiful breaks, beautiful magic, and beautiful Tallest.
Thank you, my beautiful Marzi.
it's
This has
completely
been
went in a
a
different direction
delight.
than I initially thought, but yeah, this was so
This
much
is
fun.
grand. I'm so
I
glad
am-
we did this.
I am so sorry for derailing your FPS.
No, it's good.
That was amazing.
We had here's the secret. We had
No.
plan.
We had no plan.
Was no
Yeah,
plan.
it's
Plans? Who needs them?
Plans in my Christian draft house. All right, I'm ending the recording.
Okay,
All right.
bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.